Hi heathens! So today's video is just going to be a little full face get ready with me, some old products, some new products. I'm not doing anything today, we've just got some chores to do around the house, so we're just going to play around with some makeup, and I'm going to start by going ahead and priming my face. I'm going to be using the Seraphine Botanicals Camilla and Strobe Luminizing Primer, and I'm using this one because I haven't used it a lot in the past, and also because I'm using a very matte foundation today, but it's one of my favorites. Unfortunately, unless you find it like not on the company's website, it is one that you probably will not be able to purchase, but I'm sure you can find it at like TJ Maxx or Marshalls or something, because they seem to still have a lot of this brand's products. And some of this brand's products, the brand being Becca, have moved to Smashbox actually. So you can still find some of their items. Unfortunately, the foundation that I'm going to be using is not one of them. Alright, so while that sets, I'm going to do my eyes, and I'm going to be going in with the ColourPop Cabana Club eyeshadow palette. Let in a little more light. There we go. And this is what this palette looks like. It's a very like springy summer palette, which I know we're like definitely not in spring and summer anymore. But I have not used this palette before, so I figured why not. Now I did want to say this shade Take It Easy, because I ordered this from Ulta a while back, and the shade is like banged up, but that's okay. Alright, I think I'm going to do a pretty colorful look. So I'm going to tap in first to Bikini, which is the light pink matte shade up top. Wow, that's very soft. It like, a lot came off first off. So I'm going to tap that over both eyes, and then I'm going to show you what it did to the actual pan, because it just like fully indented it. For some reason, even though this palette is still, or at least when I bought it, was still full price on ColourPop's website, Ulta had it for $9. And it wasn't marked that it was on sale. It was just $9. And it was actually the same thing with the Emily Edit The Wants palette from Makeup Revolution. Just $9. I don't know if you can see, but it like dented that eyeshadow just tapping my brush in. Now I'm going to go into Cha Cha Cha, which is this purple down here. It is a like shimmer, but we're going to use it to help build up the crease a little bit. I'm trying to tap a little more gently. It's not like a full shimmer, it's like a matte with shimmers, so I feel like this will be fine in the crease. There was a name for shades like this in the Tati Beauty Textured Neutrals palette, or was it Textured Neutrals or Textured Naturals? Oh, I can't wait for another palette to come out by her. Anyway, I forget what she called them. That like, it wasn't shimmer, I don't think. They were like mattes with shimmers. And they had a different name. But that's kind of what this is. So like it has that matte look, but in the pan there are definitely little like silver shimmer bits just kind of spread throughout it. Okay, now I'm going to use my finger to tap into the really beautiful, beautiful bright blue called Cool Off. gorgeous, gorgeous shade. And we're just going to put that on the inner half of the eye. Ooh, my mirror about fell. That would have been real bad. Try to blend it out a little bit more with that purple. I just wanted to go for something bright today because, since I haven't played with this palette, if it didn't go over well, it didn't really matter because I'm not going anywhere today. So I could either just wear it around the house or go ahead and wash it off when I'm done filming. But I'm not mad at the way that looks, actually. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into complexion, and then we will finish off the eyes. It just occurred to me I didn't actually pick a highlighter, so I guess once we get to that step, I'll just wing it. So, for foundation, I am using the Becca Ultimate Coverage 24-Hour Foundation, and I have mine in the shade Linen. I love the way this foundation looks. And thankfully, it had gone on sale on BoxyCharm's website shortly after I got mine, because I got it in a BoxyCharm box a while back. God, probably over a year ago now, actually. Might even be 2 years ago. Wow, that's a scary thought. Anyway, I had bought a backup because this was an expensive foundation. I think it was like $44 or something. And they had it on BoxyCharm's pop-up or add-ons or whatever for like $8. So I bought a backup. And it's a good thing I did, because now fast forward to where we are now and Becca is no longer a company. So, you know, when I very, very first used this foundation, I realized that it can be a little finicky sometimes, but I think I've learned kind of what you need to do to get it to work, because it definitely needs to be warmed up on the skin. So I find that this one is not as good to use with like a sponge, because it doesn't help warm it to the skin as much. I think this was probably the first high-end foundation that on different social media platforms, YouTube and Instagram mainly, a little bit on Facebook. I didn't have TikTok at that point. I really, really bragged about, because I thought it just looked so good, and it stayed looking so good all day. I was so impressed, because normally I get really oily throughout the day, and foundation will start to break up pretty noticeably around like 6 to 8 hours. And I think, if I remember correctly, I had this one on for like 12 or 13 hours before it even started to break up. I'm tapping a little bit more off of my hand just to build up on the cheeks just a little bit. But like, build up on this side now. Just looks so nice. A little bit under my eye that didn't blend. And it matches my skin so good. So good. I love this foundation. Okay. So I say that, and then watch there be a spot that y'all can see that isn't blended out that I can't. Just tell me below. A little bit over here. And it has kind of like, oh, see, it's going weird on my nose. I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but it sometimes does that. So what I'm going to do is take a sponge and just kind of, this is not damp at all, just kind of pat it over that. All right. Do I need to set it? Yes. Okay. I did not get a powder brush. So I'm just going to take a large fluffy powder brush and my Ciate Extraordinary Translucent Powder. Just tap a little into this, and we're just going to go all over the cheeks. I'm not going to set my forehead. I just want to set the cheeks so that we can blend other products on top. Alright. That should be set enough just for what I need. And then if we need to go in with more in a little bit, we can. I also did not grab, what is wrong with me, a brush for my bronzer. I think it's because I'm not used to using bronzer. I'm going to try the Hydrating Complexion Trio from Alamar Cosmetics and go in with this shade Pale Wear in the middle. And use that for like a bronzer contour shade. I'm just kind of tapping into it with this large, like, angled kabuki. And just gonna gently take it down this part of my face. I haven't determined yet, because I don't use it often, if it's that noticeable on me or if it's too pale, which I don't know how it could be too pale, but maybe it's just the right amount since I barely notice it, and maybe I'm just used to going overboard when I do bronze. Alright, I'm going to tap in just the slightest bit to Cafe Con Leche, which is what they call the deepener. And just take that kind of angled into those contours of my face. And that's all I'm doing with that. Now for blush, if you've been watching my videos, you saw me get this one. This is the Benefit Georgia Peach blush. We're going to give her another go. And I'm not going to use the cute little brush that Benefit gives you. I'm going to use my normal blush brush, which kind of has a little bit of product still on it, but that's okay because this should kind of go over it. This is a very sparkly blush. It definitely looks more like a highlighter in my opinion, which could be why my brain kind of forgot to get a highlighter. But it's very pretty. And I'm still going to highlight over it, so yeah, just in case you were wondering. Because it's not a harsh color at all. So let me put the brush back in it. And then we will go on to highlighter. What do I want to use? What do I want to use? Let's try this one. I don't know if what I'm wearing is too light for this. This is the Wet n Wild Hello Halo Mega Glow in the shade Rosy and Ready. It's a little deep for me, but we're going to try to make it work. I'm going to just tap a little bit onto my finger. Put that back in the bottle. And then, ooh. I'm just going to tap that out down my cheek Yep, it's leaving a little bit of cast. But I don't think it's horrible. Can you see that? And then a little more light. It doesn't look like it's taking away any of my foundation, which is good. Tap another time. Ooh, too much for the other side. Make sure we close that up all the way. Put it back where it goes. Looks like I definitely wound up with more on the first side. This one's kind of getting a weird gray cast, but that's all right. We're just going to leave it like that. So I have one side of my face that's significantly more glowy. That's okay. For lips, I'm just going to go in with the ColourPop So Juicy in Princess Cut. This is just a clear gloss. Very nice gloss. But I need to go ahead and get something on my lips. So nice. And they definitely have like a minty feel. That's what that means. And mascara. Let's grab. Let's just go classic. Let's do the Tarte's Camera, blah, blah, blah. Oh my God. Tarte Lights Camera Lashes. Put it on mini. Oh, I think this baby's about dried up. Well, that's very sad. I know there's like a few tricks to still using mascara that's like just drying out, like adding water or setting spray or something to them, but I don't know what those tricks are. So we're just going to use the last little bit of this that we can and then toss her out. Got a little bit up under the eye over there, but that's okay. And I'm not going anywhere today. That one is not okay. That was just spite from the mascara. But that's okay, because we are going to make use of that. Because I got something that I haven't had a chance to use on camera yet. And it is the ColourPop and Hocus Pocus collab. It was the Cutie Mark face stamp in the spider pattern. Love this packaging. So it's literally just an eyeliner with a spider. So I'm just going to go on top of that mascara mark and stamp a spider. I wish it didn't get the edges at all, but that's okay. It's fine. Everything's fine. So this is the finished look. We are going to set her using a setting spray. Why do I lose all my stuff when I film? Whatever, we're going to go in with this. Ooh, no, this one. This is the NYX Matte Finish setting spray. Whew. And that is it. Let me know your thoughts down below. Have you used any of these products? Do you like them? Do you not like them? Let me know. I will see you guys next time. Bye.